All right now, I've been wanting to do this video for a little minute here, especially coming off a prep with a competition and now reverse dieting out of that since it's been a few weeks. Really, I'm eating the same thing, the same number of meals, the same protein at each meal. What has changed is really just the amount of carbohydrates. As I kind of give my body time to get back, to build my metabolism back up. That was breakfast, a little bit of cream of rice. You guys saw me, I like to split up my protein between that little cold brew protein drink, and then I save a little bit to add into the cream of rice just to give it a little flavor with the blueberries. I just finished off my my mushroom and collagen drink, which sounds strange, but honestly tastes pretty good. They're both chocolate, and the mushroom complex is a little mental boost. Got some lion's mane in there just to help cognitive function. So I take that every day with the collagen as well, which is great for some added joint support, good for the hair, skin, and nails as well. I got 4 more meals to take you guys through. The next meal I'll have in about maybe an hour and a half or so, which will be my pre-workout meal. And that one's fun because it's the most carbs. That's breakfast, or meal 1. Let's get the day rocking. Let's do this thing. So I am definitely hungry. Usually I am pretty hungry after my second session. So I think it's been a few meals since I kind of explained things. So let's rewind a bit. I had that pre-workout meal, and then that pre-workout combination I've been on for probably years, honestly, between Raw's glycerol, creatine. The timing's not important. I just try to get in a double serving every day. So I take 10 grams. A bit of that is probably passing through me every day. You'd probably be fine with just a 5-gram scoop, but just in case there's any added cognitive boost or added benefit, make sure I'm nice and saturated with the creatine. So I just go with a double scoop. And again, timing's not important, but it's easy to remember to put it into my pre-workout. So I put it in that mixture. And then I've been going with 3/4 scoop of the Thuper Thavage. What is super or thuper about it is the way it's dosed. So you're getting a good bit of pump, but also a good bit of caffeine at 400 milligrams. So that's a little much for me. I cap it at 300, and then if you saw me, I do another 1/4 scoop before my cardio sessions, just to give me a little boost in the evening. So I'm usually pretty tired. I had the post-workout meal, which is where the majority of my carbs are, between my post-workout and my pre-workout. So then I get to meal 4 after cardio. There's no carbs with these carb-free tortillas, and then my last meal of the night is no carbs as well. So that's where, if I wanted to increase calories and really push some growth, I would start adding carbs to potentially this meal, my last meal as well. Oh, and with the proteins you guys see me do. So obviously I use a meal prep company for this, Hummus. It's convenient that they sell the protein by the pound as well. A little bit better bargain that way versus buying full meals where it's like balanced carbs, usually a veg in there with the protein. So even though I work with them, I still just order them by the pound, so I get kind of the most for my buck. But if I wasn't using them for these, especially these last couple meals, I'd probably either come home from the gym and either have cooked it already or cook a pound of meat and then just separate that between these 2 meals 3 and 4. So in the past, I've done ground chicken breast, lean ground turkey, like a 93.7. Same with the beef, lean ground beef, like a 90.10, 93.7. Really easy to throw on with some rice. You could throw it on some low carb tortillas. You could just eat it with some veg in a bowl. Put some low calorie sauces on, whatever you like. So again, if you're not using a meal prep company that's a little out of your budget, very easy to substitute the meat by the pound I'm using with ground beef. That's what I did for years before I started working and using these guys every day. So I'll still link Hummus because they do the protein Rice Krispies, the protein muffins, which I don't have one back in the diet yet, but I do miss my muffins. If you saw them, they're in the fridge. I keep them for my cheat meals. Since I work with them, the discount Merc will save you, I believe, 10%, and then supports the channel as well. So I do a little bit of extra fiber at some point in the evening. I mean, honestly, I probably get enough fiber with the tortillas, but this soluble fiber that revives cells is great. I notice, not to put too much information out there, but when you're digesting a lot of protein, sometimes the trips to the restroom in the morning aren't great, right? When you have a lot of protein in the diet, but ensuring I have enough fiber, especially with the soluble fiber, things have been much smoother. Let's just put it that way. So usually at some point in the night, I'll do a serving or a serving and a half of their chocolate fiber, and it tastes good, and then it kind of helps fill me up a little bit more, especially when your calories are a little more restricted. It's nice to have a little extra liquid volume in there and something that tastes good. You look forward to having in combination with your meal. I catch you guys in about an hour and a half or 2 for what'll be a pretty cool last meal. Yeah, it's a cool little meal. I'll tell you, you'll see it in a second. So it's an ice cream recipe, a protein ice cream recipe. Now, prior to being gifted this ice cream maker, which is a blessing in itself, I would just do this last meal as a protein shake. So 2 scoops of protein, and then my nighttime supplements to help give me a little deeper, more restorative sleep. Now that I have the ice cream maker, which sounds crazy to say, it's essentially the same macros. I'm just substituting, or I'm just putting them into a recipe, which I'll show you as well. So these canisters I have to freeze the night before, so I'm gonna make the one I'm gonna have tomorrow night so you guys can see the recipe, and then blend the one that's already frozen into ice cream, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We'll make some ice cream. All right, we're gonna start by filling up this guy, which is the cup that the ice cream maker comes with. This is the milk I'm gonna be using. I could use water, I've used it in the past. This just makes it a little creamier. 2 cups of this guy, that's already 18 grams of protein right there. So we only need to really add a scoop of protein powder, and the cookies and cream flavor is the one for me when it comes to these ice creams. Now this, I just kind of approximate maybe half a tablespoon or so, called stevia. Just replicates sugar. Actually, it's pretty sweet, so you can use it sparingly. I just kind of give it a nice little sprinkle. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And then last here, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Yeah, it's about half right there. Sprinkle that on. Very sparing with this guy. This helps to thicken it. Xanthan gum is a thickening agent. This is where having one of these little milk frothers comes in handy. Hard to get everything evenly mixed with a spoon or a fork, but it can be done with patience. Got a nice consistency. It actually increases the volume because it puts air into it, and I swear it helps it freeze a little better. This is the final product, so we'll put our lid on, freezer storage, and I will enjoy this guy tomorrow night. A pause on that one, that sounded a little strange, but I'm gonna enjoy the ice cream tomorrow night. Almost the right consistency. If you add things that are kind of harder, like chocolate chips, it doesn't break them up. So at least what I found, to keep the consistency smooth, is just break them up ahead of time. Any ice that's there on the sides, you can kind of hear it trying to scrape down. And then moment of truth. Come on now. The consistency, chocolate chips throughout. Over here smiling because I eat this every night the last few weeks since I've had it. Shout out to my boy Vic. Thank you for watching. That's a full day of eating. Right now, I'll put the calories somewhere up here. Again, I go by just meals and portion sizes, so I don't have to really, I'm not tracking my macros since it's not flexible dieting. I'm eating the same thing every day, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. Hopefully there's a thing or two that makes your meal prep, your diet, your path toward the physique you're trying to build a little bit easier, a little bit smoother, so that you can lock in as well. That's the goal. It's cool seeing you guys, comment, or those of you guys who hit me on Instagram, and it's cool to hear about how you're locking in. So that fires me up. And shoot, that's another day. Just gotta keep getting after it. But what do I know? I'm just Merc.